Do you need a creative writing degree to write a book? That is a question I get asked so many times at book events and signings. My answer? Nope, but you do need to be really good at self-learning. That means using the free resources that you have online. For example, I really like the Reezy website. There's so many blogs and articles on things. And also, if you have a look at YouTube, for example, Brandon Sanderson's recently updated his long writing series, which lots of people have found really useful. Now, both of these resources talk all about pacing, character development, dialogue, POV, voice, so many things that I know authors need to build their skill and to get into a really good place with their writing. Another thing is to read books on how to write. For example, I really like Stephen King's On Writing, not for teaching me specifically how to write, but to see the journey that he's taken and the process. Because we often think of Stephen King as just immediately there, top skill, so many books. But to hear his journey and the step-by-step process and like the length that it took him to get there, it's actually really inspiring, and it's a very personal level book. As well as reading writing books, just read lots of books. I'm sure you're already doing this, but read good books, read bad books, figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like, and put that all together into your thing to find your voice. For example, you might not like first-person perspective. So, what perspective do you like writing in? Use that to help you. Additionally, work with pro editors. Now, I know pro editors are very expensive to work with. However, you can use them in a way that will help you in not just that book, but also in all your future books. If you're open-minded when looking at the comments, you can see, I do that thing quite a few times. I wonder if I remember that when I'm writing my next one, and then it will reduce that in the next one, and it will reduce the edits as we go forward and increase my skill. Finally, I would say the obvious: practice, just keep going. Sounds obvious, but it only really hits you when you look back at what you've done. I often look back at my first book, even just a few books down the line or a few years down the line, and it's really interesting to see just how much I've grown, how much I've refined my skill and discovered my voice and really settled on what I like to write in. And I don't notice until I look back oftentimes. So, do you need a creative writing degree to write a book? If you really want to, if that's what you're interested, absolutely go for it. But if you're stuck in the middle deciding you're not sure whether it's good for you, maybe just slow down, take some time, try it. Because you don't need a creative writing degree to write a book. You just need to be really good at doing it yourself.